Hi there guys, and welcome back to a brand new match preview here on the channel. My name is James, and today we're going to go ahead and sit down and talk to you guys about Reading's upcoming away fixture against Peterborough United. That's right, we're back for the first time in around 9-10 days. Last time we went ahead and spoke about Reading's 3-0 win in the EFL Trophy over Newport County. Well, since then nothing much has really happened. There's been a few rumours of people being sold to bigger clubs like Tyler Binden off to Arsenal, and I've heard Andre Garcia is set to be chased by a host of top European clubs. We've also had Rob Cohig back in the news again, saying that he still wants to own the club and that there's some sort of deal going on where he's refusing essentially or blocking any sort of transaction from taking place for the current new people in exclusivity with Dai Young. Either way, I don't think the club's going to get sold anytime soon, and I don't think Rob Cohig is going to be the man to take it over. But we're here today to speak about Reading's upcoming game against Peterborough. The Royals last time out in the league drew 1-1 away against Stevenage. Once again, an away fixture here as we travel to Peterborough, and then on Tuesday we'll go to Oakwell, and again on our travels we'll face Barnsley. Now, in terms of the Peterborough side of this preview, we'll go ahead and take a look at their last 5 results. As you can see on screen now, they had a 3-3 home draw against Rotherham United before a 3-1 away loss against Wycombe Wanderers. Up next was a 5-1 home win against Blackpool before a 1-0 away loss against Bolton Wanderers. Finally, their last fixture was a home game where they ended up beating local rivals Cambridge United by 6-1. Now, one thing you may notice in them games is there's been a lot of goals involved in Peterborough's fixtures so far this year. Peterborough are actually the second joint top goal scorers in the league, but have actually conceded the second most goals as well. They've scored 31 goals so far in the league, whereas they've conceded 27. Like we said, a lot of goals so far in their fixtures. And for me, Peterborough are probably the most value for money team in League One. Now, in terms of who scored strengths and weaknesses, we'll go ahead and take a look at that now. The strengths are on screen, as we can see: finishing, scoring chances, counter-attacks, creating chances using through balls, creating chances through individual skill, creating long shot opportunities, and coming back from losing positions. Now, the weaknesses for this Peterborough side are avoiding fouling in dangerous areas, defending set pieces, defending against attacks down the wings, defending against skillful players, aerial duels, protecting the lead, and stopping opponents from creating chances. Now, the thing in particular there that you've noticed is that their attack is their strength and their defence is their weakness. I really do feel like this is a game where Reading can either win it by a 0-0 or they're going to come out with a big 4-2 loss. I think the 4-2 loss is the more likely scenario, if we're being completely honest. But yeah, it's nice to see a team that have actually conceded more goals than Reading. Last year, Reading were known as the team that conceded a lot in League One, and this year, I don't think our defence has been too bad. When you take a look at the actual overall statistics in terms of goals scored and goals against, Reading are around the middle of both, which is not a bad sign if we're being completely honest. Now, in terms of the style of play that this Peterborough team like to play according to who scored: short passes, they attempt through balls often, possession football, playing in their own half, a consistent first 11, and they play the offside trap. Now, in terms of some key individuals for this fixture, the main man Reading have got to look out for is Kwame Poku. Poku stepped up big time compared to last year. 10 goals already so far this season compared to his 11 tally for last year. Only 1 goal away from his overall tally for last year. He stepped up big time though with the absence of Efron Mason-Clark. He's the main man this year at Peterborough, alongside Ricky J. Jones and as well alongside Malik Mothersill. They've both got 5 goals so far this year, so it's more than a dangerous front 3. The attack, though, is the massive strength, like we said, but defensively have been a little bit weak. The goalkeeper from last season, I think it was Bilicic, something like that. He's only played a handful of games. He's recently come back into the side. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see how Reading shape up against this Peterborough side, especially considering Reading are quite weak when it comes to the defensive side of things. But attacking-wise, Reading can hold their own. Now, in terms of the Reading side of this preview, Harley Dean and Sam Smith are both back. They will be in contention to play this fixture. For me, I'd actually start both of them in this game. That's the thing that I wanted to discuss in this little bit of the preview. It's actually, I think Reading should go to a back 5 for this game and test the waters for it. We've been calling for a change in terms of the tactic away from home for a long time now, as Reading struggle to pick up any results away from home. And look, I think the change of tactic should come especially with this fixture. I think Reading should continue with Joel Pereira in goal. Ashkar Ahmed and Andre Garcia should be the two wing-backs in my opinion, alongside Harley Dean in the centre of defence, with Tyler Bindon and Amadou Mbenge either side of him. Now, I've gone with the two young players for wing-backs as they get a bit of protection with the centre-backs, but at the same time, they can also bomb forward. I think both of them are done really good when going forward so far this year. Defensively, they may be a little bit isolated, but with the defensive cover of the two centre-backs being in the left centre-back and right centre-back position, I think it's more than enough cover there. And I think Reading would do a good job with Ashkar Ahmed and Andre Garcia attacking the fullbacks for Peterborough. Now, in terms of the midfield three, I've gone with Michael Craig going back into the midfield position. He'll be slotting in that defensive midfield slot. I think that's his home, really. Yes, he can play at right back, but in the defensive midfield position, he's more than solid. And for me, it's probably the best defensive option Reading have got in the middle of the park. Lewis Wing and Ben Elliott are the other two players I've got playing in the centre of midfield. They can kick on and go further forward. Whilst up front, I've got Harvey Nibbs and Sam Smith. Listen, we know the partnership that Harvey Nibbs and Smith have got. Both came from Cambridge last season, and we saw it blossom quite a bit last year, with Nibbs assisting to Smith quite often throughout the year. The two work really well together on the pitch, and as well off the pitch are close friends, and hopefully a bit of that chemistry can come forward and be shown in an attacking two. Now, I know realistically the formation isn't going to change, and Michael Craig will be playing right back and we'll have the same formation as we always do, but look, a Reading fan can dream. Now, in terms of the score prediction, like I said, I think there'll be goals galore in this game. Look, I think it can go either one way. Reading will sneak out a win, or it'll be a heavy loss. I think it'll be more on the heavy loss side. Reading away from home have been quite predictable this year, and when teams come up against us when we are the away side, probably are licking their lips, if we're being completely honest. Recently, though, Reading's away form has changed a little bit, obviously picking up a win against Exeter, and then a draw against Stevenage. But look, for me, I think it's more than likely going to be the case where we pick up another away defeat. I hope to be proven wrong though. Listen, I really do hope to be proven wrong. That's going to be it for this video today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. My name's been James, and we'll hope to see you all again very soon. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye bye.